there, history enthusiasts and curious minds. Welcome back to our channel, where we delve into the fascinating lives of some of the most influential figures in American history. From self-made fortunes to inherited wealth, these leaders not only shaped the course of the nation, but also left an indelible mark on the financial landscape. It's fascinating to see how these figures navigated the complexities of their time while also amassing fortunes. Stay tuned for mind-blowing facts, surprising revelations, and a deeper understanding. And get ready to embark on a journey through history, money, and power as we explore the lives of the top 10 richest U.S. presidents. Top 10 is Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton is the 42nd President of the United States, often associated not only with his political legacy, but also with his financial success. Clinton's political career began to gain momentum as he served as Attorney General and Governor of Arkansas. In 1992, he won the presidential election, becoming the first Democratic president in 12 years. His presidency was marked by a period of economic growth, which has been credited to various factors, including the technology boom and responsible fiscal policies. His post-presidential income primarily stemmed from book deals, speaking engagements, and consulting work. His memoir, My Life, published in 2004, garnered a substantial advance and sales. Clinton's speaking fees became a notable source of income for him. He earned substantial amounts for his appearances at corporate events, conferences, and other engagements. His charismatic and articulate speaking style, along with his insights into politics, policy, and global affairs, made him a sought-after speaker around the world. He has an estimated net worth of $75,900,000. Top 9 is Herbert Hoover. Herbert Hoover, the 31st President of the United States, came from humble beginnings and managed to amass significant wealth through his career in mining and business prior to his presidency. Hoover's rise to wealth began with his education as a mining engineer at Stanford University. One of his major accomplishments was his work in China, where he played a pivotal role in engineering and managing the construction of vital mining projects, including railways and mines. Hoover's success in mining and business ventures led him to accumulate substantial financial resources. He formed his own mining consulting firm, which further boosted his earnings. By the time he entered public service, Hoover was already a millionaire, an extraordinary achievement in his era. Herbert Hoover's story is one of rags to riches, where he leveraged his engineering skills, work ethic, and business acumen to amass substantial wealth before entering politics. His estimated net worth is at $83 million. Top 8 is Lyndon B Johnson. Lyndon Baines Johnson, often referred to as LBJ, was the 36th President of the United States, serving from 1963 to 1969. Johnson's wealth primarily came from his political ventures and business endeavors after leaving office. Prior to becoming president, he held various positions in government, including serving as a member of the House of Representatives and later as the Senate Majority Leader. Johnson's reputation as a skilled politician and his ability to build alliances allowed him to accumulate power and influence in Washington, D.C. As president, LBJ focused on enacting ambitious legislation that aimed to address civil rights, poverty, and education. His policies, collectively known as the Great Society, aimed to create a more equitable and just society for all Americans. After leaving office in 1969, Johnson returned to Texas and focused on business ventures. He was involved in various enterprises, including real estate and media. His investments in television stations, radio stations, and publishing proved to be lucrative, contributing to his post-presidential wealth. His net worth is at $109 million. Top 7 is James Madison. James Madison was the 4th President of the United States from 1809 to 1817. Madison's parents were wealthy and owned a significant quantity of land, including the prosperous Orange County, Virginia State Montpelier. During the first year of Madison's administration, the United States prohibited trade with both Britain and France. In May of 1810, Congress authorized trade with both nations, instructing the president to prohibit trade with the other nation if it accepted America's view of neutral rights. Madison's fortune consisted of approximately 5,000 acres of real estate, including his estate named Montpelier. Beginning with land inherited from his father, he eventually became Orange County, Virginia's largest landowner. After serving as president, he retreated to his tobacco plantation in Montpelier. However, he was compelled to sell a substantial portion portion of his estate due to financial losses brought on by the decline in tobacco pricing. His net worth is at $113 million. Top 6 is Andrew Jackson. Andrew Jackson lived in poverty as a youth. He became one of the most infamous and controversial presidents in American history. So, how did Jackson amass his fortune? In 1794, when he married Rachel Donaldson, he did not acquire all of his wealth on his own. However, he earned even more money during his military service. As a consequence of his personal approval of slavery, however, Jackson became one of the wealthiest U.S. presidents. Jackson owned up to 161 slaves, purchasing and selling them, using their labor to create his fortune, and even bringing some of them to the White House to work for him. Before becoming the nation's 7th president from 1829 to 1837, Old Hickory constructed a mansion on his homestead, the Hermitage, which encompassed 1050 acres of pristine land. Jackson's net worth when he departed office was approximately $132,600,000. Top 5 is Theodore Roosevelt. With the assassination of President William McKinley, Theodore Roosevelt, an American politician, statesman, soldier, conservationist, naturalist, historian, and author who served as the nation's 26th president from 1901 to 1909. He introduced new vitality and authority to the presidency as he led Congress and the American people with vigor toward progressive reforms and a strong foreign policy. He believed that, as steward of the people, the president should take whatever action is necessary for the public welfare, unless expressly prohibited by law or the Constitution. As president, Roosevelt held the ideal that the government should be the supreme arbitrator of the conflicting economic forces in the nation, particularly between capital and labor, ensuring justice for both sides and granting none favoritism. He was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize for mediating the Russo-Japanese War, reached a gentleman's agreement with Japan on immigration, and dispatched the Great White Fleet on a goodwill tour of the globe. He inherited a substantial trust fund and made minimal efforts to enhance his wealth. However, he lost a portion of his fortune due to a failed ranch investment in the Dakotas. His estimated net worth is at $139,700,000. Top 4 is Thomas Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson, the 3rd president of the United States, was undoubtedly one of the wealthiest individuals of his time. His wealth was not only a result of his political career, but also due to his family's inheritance and strategic investments. Jefferson's financial status played a significant role in shaping his life, politics, and contributions to American society. Jefferson's financial success was not solely dependent on his inherited wealth. He was a shrewd investor and entrepreneur. His interest in agriculture led him to experiment with new farming techniques and crop rotations, which increased the productivity of his plantations. He also explored various crops like wheat, tobacco, and grapes. Jefferson's dedication to agriculture and innovation improved his income and economic standing. Thomas Jefferson's wealth, with a net worth of $236,800,000, played a significant role in shaping his political views and contributions to the country. His complex relationship with wealth, combined with his commitment to agrarian ideals and limited government, left an enduring impact on American society and the development of democratic principles. Top 3 is George Washington. George Washington, the 1st president of the United States, is often regarded as one of the wealthiest presidents in American history. Born into a wealthy Virginia planter family, Washington inherited substantial land and resources from his father at a young age. Over the years, he managed to amass even greater wealth through land speculation, agriculture, and his military service. At the time of his presidency, Washington owned more than 50,000 acres of land spread across several states, including Virginia, Maryland, Pennsylvania, and New York. He owned numerous farms, plantations, and estates, with his most famous being Mount Vernon in Virginia. In his will, Washington left provisions for the eventual freedom of his enslaved individuals, indicating his evolving views on slavery and his desire to see its end. His financial matters were also addressed in his will, as he directed the sale of some land to pay off his debts and provide for his family. His net worth was at $587 million at that time. Top 2 is John F. Kennedy. John F. Kennedy, the 35th President of the United States, came from a wealthy and politically influential family. He grew up in a privileged environment that allowed him access to some of the best education and opportunities available. Kennedy's wealth played a significant role in shaping his life and political career. The Kennedy family fortune originated from Joseph P. Kennedy Sr., John F. Kennedy's father. Joseph was a successful businessman, investor, and stock market speculator. He made his fortune in various industries such as film production, real estate, and the stock market. JFK's personal wealth also played a role in his political trajectory. His father's wealth ensured that Kennedy had access to high-quality education and connections that helped pave the way for his entry into politics. Despite his family's wealth, Kennedy's presidency was marked by initiatives that aimed to address social inequality and poverty. His administration focused on civil rights, space exploration, and healthcare reforms. However, it's important to note that Kennedy's personal wealth was relatively modest compared to some other presidents, and he faced scrutiny for not releasing his full financial records during the campaign. JFK's net worth is at $1.1 billion. Top one is none other than Donald J. Trump. Donald Trump was undoubtedly the wealthiest person to reside in the White House as President of the United States. The 45th President of the United States is widely known for his business acumen and wealth. Before entering politics, he was object of debate, with critics demanding transparency and accusing him of hiding information about his wealth. It is estimated that Trump's net worth is at $3.1 billion. There you have it, folks. The countdown of the top 10 richest U.S. presidents. As we conclude this fascinating exploration, it's important to remember that the wealth of these presidents often reflected the times they lived in. Some inherited vast estates, while others leveraged their skills and connections to amass their fortunes. That wraps up our journey through the lives of the top 10 richest U.S. presidents. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring the notification bell so you won't miss out on our future explorations of history's most intriguing topics.